So we oversee a lot of things from child welfare, elder welfare, financial assistance, food assistance, higher education, career development, and also cultural programs, which is one of my faves. Oh, there's the recording. So I help oversee the language and song and dance programs at the tribe as well. And that includes cultural arts, and poetry, of course, is a cultural art we find in a lot of peoples on this planet. So very excited to be here and very excited to be a judge. I'm just excited to hear what our poet artists are sharing from their hearts and their spirits tonight. Hatningsin Nischayecha, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lonnie. Okay, so I do not see any volunteers in the chat yet. I did have one person in mind already. Evelyn Simpson, would you be willing to judge with Lonnie and I? You can take yourself off mute or put your video on for this, Evelyn, if that's okay. And if you don't want to, that's okay. Oh, go ahead.
I'm honored, but I would like to decline at this time. Thank you, though.
Oh no, Evelyn, I think you're talking, but I can't hear you. Maybe that is
Wouldn't hurt if I put the microphone under my
There
mouth.
we go.
I am honored, but I would like to decline at this time. I would like to just enjoy the.
Sure, no problem.
Of course, judging is enjoying too.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I did see someone else turn their video on. Was that a volunteer or just a mishap? We do also have Tess Gallagher. Tess, would you like to help us with this task? Oh, sorry, you're muted still, Tess. I can't. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Now, yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can try and help you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
It's such an honor. I'm not expecting it. My gosh.
I know you're not. I'm so glad to see you here, Tess. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Tess Gallagher. I was born in Port Angeles. I am well aware of what a great celebration it is to have Indigenous Persons Day, because in my young life I had a sad opportunity to view life here otherwise for Indigenous people. So it's a great celebration for me to find this nice change and kick out old Columbus. And wow, it's just huge for me. And my mother was Cherokee and a half-breed, but very beautiful. And I got very much teased about her being Native American because it showed. It doesn't show with me, but with Mom, yeah, it did show. So I am always on this beam. I don't know quite what to do with it because I didn't research anything. It's just all word of mouth, but I'm here. And if I can help, of course, I love this. I love it that I'm in Native American country, and I mind deer. I have 12 deer I'm taking care of after a car accident hurt one. These are deer that are by DNA Native American deer. And so I'm with Native Americans every day with my deer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tess. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, I will go ahead and pass it over to Jennifer Lebec. Are you ready for us, Jen?
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm just going to share what a poetry slam is in case some of you are not aware. Slam poetry is a form of performance poetry. It combines the elements of performance, writing, competition, and audience participation. It is performed at events called poetry slams. The name slam came from how the audience has the power to praise or sometimes destroy a poem, and from the high energy performance style of the poets. For tonight's readings, we ask that you leave comments in the chats. Poetry slams are held in any venue that welcomes them, such as parks, bookstores, coffee houses, bars, libraries, and tonight on Zoom. Although the rules associated with poetry slams may vary by venue or event, there are general guidelines that are often adhered to. So one, anyone regardless of age, race, sex, education, class, of disability, gender, or sexuality can compete. Poems can be about any subject, but typically are supposed to be created, a creation of the performing poets. Poems are not to exceed a 3-minute limit. If they do, sometimes points are deducted. No props may be used when performing the poem. No musical accompaniments. Poets are allowed to sing, clap, hum, or make any noise with their own mouths or bodies. And poets may perform on their own or in groups with other poets. So for tonight, we're going to have the poets perform their work as they feel called to. But first, we'd like to welcome Jack Boyd because he is on the East Coast. So we thought he might like to go first.
Jack, whenever you are ready, if you want to introduce yourself and then perform your piece, we are ready whenever you are. I hope that's okay.
Hey, Laura, I have a quick question. Would it be better if some of us kept cameras on?
Yeah, I think that that's okay too.
Okay, I'll keep
So
it.
that folks are not feeling alone in the room.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Oh, there you are. Yay. Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No worries. We just had you for a second there. I was hoping it wasn't.
I'm easily distracted too.
Internet. No, that's okay.
I've just been, I don't know. Hi, everybody. It's 10 o'clock over here. And so it's kind of, anyway, I was getting ready. So I'm sorry about my late arrival and my lackadaisical attitude. What was there a request or?
Nope. Whatever you feel like reading tonight is totally fine with us, Jack. And if you want to introduce yourself as well.
Yeah. My name's
Yeah.
I go my internet name is Jack Boyd. My father's name was John, and my son's name is John, and my grandson's name is John. So I go by Jack on the internet. I'm from Lower Elwha, born and raised in the region. My mother was a member of the Charles family. My grandparents were Foster and Irene Charles, and I just posted something on Facebook about being on the Beach Road down there, and that's where I grew up. Before it was called Charles Road, it was the Beach Road. Raised by my grandparents, my brothers and sister in the Elwha Valley. My father's a Colville, not a Colville. He was raised on a Colville reservation, and he was from Inchillium, Arrow Lakes band. So, and I got a wee bit of Irish in me. That's where the Boyd name comes from. So, but other than that, you know, I attended Peninsula College, which was where it all started for me. I didn't go to Port Angeles. I went to Port Angeles High School for a couple of years and then moved to Hoquiam and finished my high school education there. And then bums around, I guess, you know. I don't want to say bums around. What is it? Travel around a bit. So do you want me to start this off with a poem?
Yeah, if you're okay, if you're ready.
Yeah, I was going through, you know, my stuff. I wasn't really expecting to read, but I will read.
I'm sorry.
No,
you
that's
don't
all
have
right.
to read if you don't want to, John.
I enjoy reading,
Okay.
and I got some new stuff here that I've been working on.
Sweet.
So, it's pretty rough. So I'll start
I feel like
off
you
with.
say that in our group and then it never is.
Okay, but I've been composing songs, you know, because I heard a story about, what is it, Pablo Neruda, who was standing on, well, he was in a small rural town, and he was getting ready for the morning, and he heard somebody singing this beautiful song. And so he stepped out onto his balcony there, and he hollered down to the street cleaner who was singing while he swept up the street. And he asked the gentleman, he says, "Hey, what is that you're singing? That song, what is it? I love it." And the gentleman said to him, it's not a song, it's a poem by Pablo Neruda. And so I've always thought that was a good story. Okay. So the first poem I just found, I've just been going through, I got so many notebooks that it's not even funny. And I got napkins and stuff all filled with scribbles. So let me start with this one. I kind of like it, just something that I turn to, and I'll start it off with this poem here. I guess I'm done with my introduction too. Attended the University of Oregon, got an MFA. I got 2 degrees from the University of Washington, go Huskies. I was a professor in the Midwest at a university I don't like to think about it anymore, but it was Ball State University in Indiana, a place for Indians, which is weird. A lot of stories about that place, but let me start with this poem. It's untitled right now. The earth has no secrets from the kind. Show the love and you will find there are no secret in earth signs. Bury me near my brother, bury me near my sister. You cannot bury my love. While my mother mountain lays sleeping and wild man sings in the forest and stars shine forever in the river moon, bury me near my bro. Bury me near my sister. Bury me in the tides of love. If my tomorrows were yesterdays, and I still love you in all the ways, bury me near the sound. Bury me in the welcome ground. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. I so appreciate it. And I'm sorry, I didn't know if you wanted to go by John or Jack because of your screen name. So
yeah, I will answer to both. Okay. You know, I'm hard of hearing anyway, so if I answer, you're lucky. No, I'll nod my head most of the time. Right.
I'm hoping that we'll have time for all the readers to do another one. So if you wanted to look for another one, we'll come back to you if you still want to stick around, John.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just really honored to be participating in this event. It's been one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my whole life as a writer. I mean, I've participated in many forums before, but to actually participate in something that has been designated for, you know, our communities, our people, you know, and, you know, all Indigenous people of the world, you know, and we all hail from some part of the earth. So it's when you say indigenous, I think it includes everybody. And so it's a good day.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I will take volunteers for, I know David, Brenda, and Anika are all here. So whoever wants to go next, if anyone is feeling like they'd like to, you're welcome to just raise your hand and go ahead and start. All right, I see David's hand. Go ahead, David, introduce yourself and then read as you will.
Okay, can everyone hear me now? All right, excellent. So my name is David. I am Colville descended. My grandmother is from the area that would later become known as Nispila. I have family all over Eastern Washington, and it's an interesting experience being a non-enrolled member of a tribe, but I identifying strongly with it. I don't present as Native in the least, unfortunately, but I feel more strongly with that part of my family than with the German immigrant side. So anyway, I've been writing poetry for many years, and this piece I wrote after joining our local Native poetry group, and it just reminded me of some arguments I heard growing up about what civilized meant. And the poem is called Hurry, Hurry. Hurry yourself up, for there is much to do. Us civilized folk awaken early and hurry too. The speed of babbling brooks is not enough for you. You must hurry yourself up, as there is much to do. Cut down your trees and clear the way. No need for concern or safety this day. Green follows green, and necks turn red as sweat pours away. Hands blackened by ash and soot, plunged in blue river's clay. This and that, the other ones too. Never is the list done through, and day after day after day do we listen and hurry too. Worry on our minds and fear for our children's food. Civilized folk tell us that progress is evident, and don't foul their mood. As we burn fossils of the ones who came before, tear up ground and culture and spoken lore, all this broken land. And yet no speakers and no time, for you must hurry and worry and hurry some more. Take a moment to rest. Gently alight your soul on the sound of the birdsong, and light-footed as a foal, take a few careful steps, and with loving care, take a breath between tasks and brush out your hair. Civilized folks have left their impressions on my time, and now I think it's time for a few expressions of mine. Worry after all your hurry that you're leaving behind, bright moments where you could have spent time. A routine day with a dirt cheap brush, forgot a moment and then left untouched for a week and then a month. Your palate dry and your cup untouched. The water's gone bad and the river is mucked. This need to hurry, I think there's more than such. Don't let me get in the way, but please leave me some, for you have taken much.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you so much, David. Anika or Brenda, who wants to go next?
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Brenda.
Yes. Okay. You can still see me, right? Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I can't say that without thinking, fuck Columbus. Christopher Columbus was nothing but a vile racist. He raped, stole, and murdered, and yet somehow people are offended that not everyone wants to glorify him. Glorify him? Glorify him? Italian heritage pride? I think not. Do your history. Why do you think Columbus was sailing for Spain? He was a failure. He was hired by Spain because his own country wouldn't even hire him. Columbus Day was considered an Italian American holiday. Columbus never stepped foot in North America. and it is starting to be proven that my ancestors are here before the land bridge. Why are we always pushed to glorify white racist pedophiles? Why does the world want us to be white? From boarding schools to residential schools, act proper, act white. How do I act white? Why would I want to act white? That's not a pretty picture painted from the perspective of my ancestors. How do white people act? How am I supposed to act? Sit properly, keep your elbows off the table, cross your legs, don't cross your legs, get sterilized. How do white people act? Act white. My grandma survived the Kamloops residential school where they found 215 bodies, 215 students, 215 babies, 215 babies. Keep saying that. That number was just the start. We were not surprised. We knew, we always knew. Shoot, in the United States, they didn't even try to hide it. The boarding schools had their own cemeteries. The schools had cemeteries. They weren't even trying to pretend they weren't killing us. They were just like, yeah, these kids died. These kids are dead. Kill the Indians, save the man. That was the goal of the United States boarding schools. Captain Richard H. Pratt said in his forward-thinking movement, sorry, we couldn't kill the Indian in that one. That the merciless Indian savage still lives on in that one. There was no man left in that one. Kill the Indian, save the man. Every child matters. I taste the blood. I can taste the blood and tears of my ancestors. We are still here. You didn't kill my grandma. You didn't kill my father. Wait, actually you did. You did. You killed them. You did it. You killed my grandma's spirit. I was so happy for her when she died. She always wanted to die, always. My grandma willingly sent her children to residential school. My father said one day he woke up and he said, that's not my father. That's not my mother. I'm Indian. My dad is Indian. My mom is Indian. My dad died of cancer. He was the youngest one in the nursing home. Earlyhood trauma has effects on the body. He died of cancer. He died. To heal from your trauma, you have to have a break from it. We are still here. We are still fighting. I am still here. My baby is here. We're here, uncivilized as fuck. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Anika, if you are ready, we are ready for you.
All right. Yeah, my name is Anika. Not really sure how I'm supposed to start it, but you know, like this this poem is something I wrote back in treatment last year. I was there for 6 months, and you know, I wrote this poem when you know, my wounds were still pretty fresh from a past relationship. So you know, I had 6 months of pretty much thinking of it, and I wrote this to help me get through. This poem is called Letting You Go. And yeah, just be warned, it's pretty raw, so okay. Letting you go will be the hardest thing to do because my love for you is true. I couldn't imagine us being this way, the way I think I want you to stay. Rooted to familiar ground, no more tears, not even a sound. But the ground turned into poison, my common sense had been forgotten. I loved you only to be rejected. The pure love we had became infected. The infection is turning into a hole. The hole is in my heart and in my soul. I know I was treated badly, yet I want you more sadly. Dysfunction and rotten behavior. Being naive, I thought I could be your savior. Letting you go will be the hardest thing to do because my love for you is still true. Everyone is against you and me. You blindsided me. I couldn't see. I couldn't see what you were doing. I couldn't see what you were truly. My love for you made me blind. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't have been so kind. Clinging to your side, hoping for change. To change for you would be extremely strange. I gave my life a pause for you. I don't know where I'm supposed to turn to. I thought you were the one. Now I'm heartbroken and I want to run. I can barely look at my own reflection. Now every time I look, I see what needs correction. Letting you go will be the hardest thing to do because my love for you is still true. I hope I learn to let you go because time has chosen to go slow.
Kayla, you're muted.
Thanks. Dang it. Thank you, Anika. That's how I started that whole speech. I think we have time for everyone to do one more round if they have a second one. John, do you have a second one that you would like to start with? If not, we don't have to go in the same order.
Yeah, sure. Let me, I've got a short one here that I have here that I can read. Yeah, let me, it's just a short one. It's just my notebook. So thank you once again for providing this forum for us. Many moons ago, my mother died when I was like 7 years old. So, and then my auntie gave me a letter that she had received from my mother, and my mother was describing her relationship with my brother and I when we were kids, and it was something that I read, and so I got a poem out of it, I believe. The letter. My mother's handwriting is much more pleasant than the conjured voice from memory, while the symbols A, E, I, O, U are inscribed onto the pages. These are not the only memories of these symbols laid.
Beautiful. Thanks. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
David, do you have a second one you'd like to read?
I do, yes. So this one I wrote while sort of just thinking about the state of the world lately, and it's called State Change. We must make change, for this lifestyle we cannot sustain. It has been said that only once every living tree is dead will man's ambition realize that without air, there is no bread. Without forests and lakes and rivers too, so we must make room. We cannot take minerals and heat and crush and extract oxygen to make do. Not enough, anyways, for me and you. Yet we insist on missions to the moon. You cannot get blood from a stone or a poem from your sons without truth. We must learn to make change in order to give our children their rightful due. A space in which to breathe and a place in which to be, this small rock whose name we decided starts with an E. You must recognize that you are a part of this last great mystery, the answer to the question of life's questing, to be or not to be. And DNA, with each year of passing on, grows in its complexity. Life emergent realizes its absence is to be avoided urgently, expanding upon itself with tools of precision and knowledge density increasing, becoming as a black hole where light and good news fall in upon its own immensity. Information can neither be created nor destroyed, but signals can always be lost in the noise. Our flooded air, turbulent waves distracting us as we become radicalized without changing our views. Left and right make no sense when we are stuck moving forward as we are in time's pool. So pull against the currents all you like, for at the end of this all, we are just fine fools.
Thank you, David. Brenda, do you have a second one?
Okay, yeah. This is an oldie but a goodie. If I could dream in Clallam. If I could dream in Clallam, I would be the woman I want to be. I would know my language, speak my language, and actually be my language. If I could dream in Clallam, I could see their faces. I could see the faces of my ancestors, see their words, know their words, and therefore teach their words. If I could dream in Clallam, I would revive our dances. I would go to the maiden my age. I was a lot younger when I wrote this. And I would have her teach me everything she knows, the songs as well as the dances. Oh, if I could only dream in Clallam. If I could dream in Clallam, I would follow Nikita deep into the forest. Nikita would teach me of all of the edibles and the power of healing that grows in that forest. If I could dream in Clallam, I'd be the best weaver on the res, but not for long, because I would pass that tradition on so it wouldn't die. Oh yes, if I could only dream in Clallam. If I could dream in Clallam, I would be whole, because I would not have lost any of my culture. I would not have lost any of our culture. Oh, if I could only dream in Clallam. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, Brenda. Anika, if you have a second one, you are up.
All right. This one is about my addiction. This one is called Friend in a Bottle. I saw you and I cried, you'll die with me by your side. I caught your tears. I also showed you your darkest fears. The bottom of my bottles you saw, I made your eyes dry and raw. You come to me every day. I'm at the store and I wait for you to pay. I see you look at me. I know you stare at me. You see at the corner of your eye, I'm what you dream of without a try. If not careful, you'll feel my poison. I remind you of your flaws, but I'll be your friend. You'll fight with others with my help. I am your words, don't even yelp. You having shakes, sweating, I'm here. Don't you see I'm your cure? I helped you dig your dark pit. I'm your best friend. This is it. I saw you and you cried. You'll die with me by your side. I caught your tears. I also showed you your darkest fears. You see, I will kill you. With my poison, you're not you. Play games with me, you will pay. I hope you make time to pray. It's not a threat, but a promise. It's not an issue to press. I can send you to the hospital or jail. They'll only see me with no other trail. Our relationship is special. You'll stumble with me, possibly even crawl. You have permission to have significant others. I'll be the joke, you bring the laughters. I'm also no joke. I'm your biggest fear. You can't drive a car because of your inability to steer. I managed to distort your mind and thoughts. No time for others, no time for stops. I saw you and you cried. You'll die with me by your side. I caught your tears. I also showed you your darkest fears.
Thank you, Anika. Okay, we have about 20 minutes left. That second round was a lot faster. So if everyone has 3 poems that they brought with them, if not, we can always end early, and then Lonnie and Tess and I will have a little bit more time to deliberate. Yeah, it's up to you guys, really. This is your poetry slam, so I want to do what you guys want to do.
I'll read one more.
Awesome.
I could do one.
I mean, this is like old stuff, which is kind of cool that I'm able to read it. And once again, thank you for this platform. This is really cool, really great. I remember when I first started researching, the written word of our people, and Monica was a great influence on me as a young person, along with the storytellers of our tribe and my relatives. But I was always fascinated by just the written word, comic books, books, just books. I would read them. I'd steal them from the library too and bring them back, of course. But I was just playing around one day and I came up with this. It's called Samlet. Oh, what seasons does mark this life, where rain and heaven expose blossoms of sweetness mixed with the drippings of a summer rising beyond this winter's darkness. Oh, forsaken darkness, like no other light shines in these breakers, a shore sweeping to only return again, to rise amid lies, treachery is and to find it in this house causes the spirit to find another set of eyes to belong in my head. Is it for this season must I remain on this shore, hindered by the vacant memories, wandered from this stream, turned toward the salt, and then to a sunset, then to turn my mind's eye towards self, where there is none? What treachery. Thank you.
Thanks, John. I know Brenda said that she has another one, but David, I'm not sure if you have a third one as well. Dave, you might be double muted.
Yep, good call. Thank you. Exactly, double muted. Yeah, I do have one more. It's a short one. I wrote this one. This is more about my personal experience of being a native descendant, particularly when I try and talk to my white friends. Yeah, it goes like this. It says, the poem is called You Don't Look. People often glance at me when I tell them I'm native too. What? Really? You don't look native, and your eyes are blue. Where is your grandmother's black hair? Isn't your skin too... Just say it. White. My skin is too white. It's all right. I know I don't look like you expect me to. I have to ask, though, what did you expect from a descendant of my ancestral truths? We keep hearing unprecedented times as if none of you could have seen this coming, a time of fear and danger when wolves are run extinct and birds fall from the sky. Strange smoke fills your lungs as you heave your breath from your chest, and tear-stung eyes glance around and find only unfamiliar faces who glow in the light of the moon. I may not present as native, but I am born of this land. I am of my grandmother, who once taught me of abundance, of salmon so thick in the river, it was a boon. I am of my grandfather, son of German immigrants, with thin, flowery plumes. Rivers run through me, carpeted forests of big cedar, silver pine, red berries in bloom. Products of history are made not by the victims, but the victors. Written with conviction, supposedly led by wisdom and modern convention, we never measured with quanta or quantum. These are modern inventions. Given by others whose language doesn't think to give other tongues mention. Basket weaver, truth speaker, features mechanical, born runner, learned hunter, and animal in panic too. I don't look how you or I expected, but as I inspect the room, I suspect you don't know how you look by the light of the moon. I may not look it, but then again, neither do you. So try. Go ahead and tell me how a native ought to look to you.
Thanks, David. Brenda, go ahead.
Okay, so can you see me and hear me? Okay, this poem was inspired by Indian tacos that my mom made. We were having a poetry group night where we were getting together on Zoom about a year ago, and my mom was making Indian tacos, and I couldn't focus because the Indian tacos were done. So I left the group and took a break, and I ate my Indian taco, and then everyone suggested I write about Indian tacos. So that's where this comes from. Indian tacos, so full of carbs and everything nice. Indian tacos can be made into a keto delight, but who would want that? Indian tacos, you do not drink with diet soda. Indian tacos, my mind can't think of anything else. Indian tacos, so yummy, I crave them. Indian tacos, can you imagine ever getting tired of them? I did once. Indian tacos, when they're all gone, I hope I can have fry bread and jam. Indian tacos, everyone makes them different. Indian tacos, with chili or taco meat. Indian tacos, don't make me choose, one of each will do. Indian tacos, cheddar cheese or kamad. Indian tacos have a correct order, and it's chili or meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, topped with onions and condiments such as sour cream or salsa. Indian tacos, I'd cheat on my husband with you. Indian tacos, I get so upset when I'm too full. Indian tacos helped create funny jokes such as flat ass names like fry bread ass or bannock bum. Indian tacos are hard to eat when you're driving. Indian tacos, the price can range from $5 to what's the highest price you've ever seen? $20? Indian tacos, we made it our tradition and we weren't wrong. Are Indian tacos an appropriation of someone else's culture? If so, thank you. Indian tacos are like an intertribal song. Everyone's welcome to join in. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Anika, if you wouldn't mind sharing a third, if you have one, that'd be wonderful.
Actually, I do. It's not, as well, it's almost like the first one that I read. It's also about that same relationship. This one is actually called Break a Heart. Who are you to break a heart? Did you know it would tear me apart? I've been loving you when I shouldn't. I thought you could, but you couldn't. Is there a hole where your heart should be? Because now I have one and I can't see. Shattered, battered, and torn, you couldn't weather this storm. On my mind 24/7, not on yours, it was proven. When I needed your love, you left. You stole my heart, you committed burglary and theft. I call and you call, but I see you put up a wall. I just wanted to break it down. Nothing worked. All I could do was pound. How do you fix a broken heart? Can't you see you tore me apart? I don't know where I'm supposed to be. You knew it was dark and I couldn't see. I could have taken the news instead of you gave me the I love yous. I didn't know you were so fake. You should have ended it for my sake. Hurt a soul and broke a heart. I knew love firsthand until I was pushed back to the start. Egg in my throat and crushed on the inside. I loved you, at least I tried. Who are you to break a heart? You absolutely knew it would tear me apart. I loved you when I shouldn't have. At the same time, it was the best love I've ever had.
Thanks, Anika. Thank you to each of our readers, John, David, Brenda, Anika. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming tonight and sharing your beautiful words with us. Leslie and Jennifer, I don't know if you had any closing statements, but I can lead us out with a poem that I wrote, or we can make last announcements also. And then Lonnie and Tess, if you don't mind staying on, we can talk for a few minutes after. Okay, I see nothing from Leslie or Jen yet. Oh, there it is. It's in the chat. Cool. All right, let me get it pulled back up. Sorry, folks. Okay, so, oh, I lost it. Sorry. Where did it go? There we go. Okay, this poem is currently untitled. You killed us dead, so dead that now when you think of us, all we do is leave a bad taste in your mouth. You don't even know who we are, and we live right here, staring at you over Zoom. But all you see is ambiguous identities. Brown skin, brown hair. My memories are longer than you will ever comprehend, but all you see is a foreigner. See me, know us. We have lived despite manifest destiny, though usually that's where our story ends. And you know this, you acknowledged it. But here we are, me seeing you, you sitting right across from me, looking over my shoulder, and here I am, still invisible. Thank you. Sorry, everyone, I lost the Zoom for a minute there. I minimized it. Thank you everyone for coming, all of the audience members, all of our speakers tonight. We so appreciate all of you being here and sharing in Indigenous Peoples Day with all of us, and hope that you celebrate every year and remind your friends and relatives about what this holiday is about too.
Yehomet Siamnis Jayacha. Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Thank you all.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
I agree. I totally agree. Leslie,